Hi everyone. Few months back I developed hyperthyroid. So मेरी ECG in September and ECG recent wali. Even my T3 T4 levels were high, but now it's okay. Everybody has a lot of different reasons, especially अगर हम देखें hormonal problems जो हो रही हैं आजकल लोगों में. हाँ बोल सकते हैं कि lifestyle is a major factor, बट कुछ लोगों के कंडीशन में लाइक आई हैव फ्यू ऑफ माई क्लाइंट्स जिनका मैंने व्हेन आई रिकॉल देयर रूटीन आई डू रियलाइज दैट दे हैव अ वेरी गुड लाइफ स्टाइल बट समथिंग like caused stress in their life due to which they developed a hormonal imbalance in the body. Same was the case with me. I had symptoms like I had very rapid and irregular heartbeat. I had बात करते करते थक जाती थी. I used to like get irritated very quickly. My skin became rough and I had a lot of hair fall. I had graying of hair. I didn't like anybody around me. Chirchirapan. All these problems were there. I also had forgetfulness, lack of interest in things, lack of concentration. Now I'm very much okay. As you can see, my skin improved, my hair improved, my mood improved a lot, and also my inner strength. I felt like my body was always in pain, but now I don't feel the pain. So overall I can say and even my appetite was very high, and also my bowel movements were quite I can say more frequent, but now my hunger levels are normal, my bowel movements are normal, everything is in line without medication. So how without medication? I basically wanted to just share my experience. It was like a short journey, and from October, November, December, January, slowly things started coming in place, but without any medication. I got myself tested, I had cleared all the symptoms, but I didn't went to the doctor because I knew the doctor would make me start the medication. So if I can bring my levels down to normal without medication, I'm pretty sure you can too. All you need is peace of mind and believe in yourself. So basically what I did was, I knew the problem was not in my lifestyle because I was already following a healthy lifestyle, and of course it's more better right now, but I knew the problem was here. So I had to work on my mind, and the biggest enemy was stress, worry, anxiety, and all these led to T3 T4 increased levels in my body, which further led to all the symptoms that I've already discussed. What I basically did was, first I tried to keep my mind occupied every time. I never let my mind sit idle. I started watching things that make you feel good, that make you laugh. Like, let's say if I'm sitting idle, all the negative thoughts start coming in my mind. So to prevent this, pick up a hobby. I mean, I already have a hobby. I just got consistent with it. I started playing my music instruments regularly. If you don't have a habit, try to develop a habit. Try to develop anything that you like. I won't give this as a medical advice because I don't know how much you think you have control on your mind. But once you start the medication, you have it in mind that if you stop the medication, your T3 T4 levels will increase again. But I told my mind that my T3 T4 levels will come to normal without medication, and I gave that challenge to myself, and of course I could do that. Now when I'm talking, I don't feel out of breath. I feel my heartbeat is very stable, it's in rhythm. Yes, it was irregular a few months back. As I woke up, my symptoms were very much high before I went to sleep and just after I woke up, because when you wake up, your mind is blank. You don't know what to do. You think about your entire day. So any sort of thought like this just created more stress. The moment I got up, I started to play radio. I started to distract myself. I did not wanted my mind to have any thought of its own. I started playing the radio. I started playing some songs. I kept myself busy. Like if I'm cooking or chopping vegetables, it's not without music, or it's not without an audiobook, or it's not without an FM channel running. I never let an empty space around me. I played music till I was tired and dead sleepy. And in the evening, like when I was done with my meals and my work, so when I go to bed, I close my eyes, I try to sleep. That was the time when my heart started racing and a lot of unusual, unwanted, negative thoughts started coming in my mind. So what I did was I stood up, I got up, I played music till I was dead tired, and I just fell to sleep. So the first thing is that work with your mind, understand your mind. If your problem is because of a lifestyle issue, then for that, if you improve your lifestyle, things get back on track. But everything being okay, if your hormonal imbalance is due to a sudden problem, due to a sudden stress that your mind went through, then you can easily get over it without medication. So when it comes to meal, there are few considerations that I would say. Like I woke up, I had flaxseed water, I had seeds which are rich in micronutrient, because when you have either hypo or hyperthyroid, so what happens is your body gets a little disturbed, and the calcium absorption, the micronutrient absorption, everything gets disturbed. So make sure that, suppose if I was having one burger in a month, I even stopped doing that, although I didn't had one burger in a month ever. So I started my day with consuming nuts like Brazil nuts, walnuts, mixed nuts. Then I had a bowl with a mix of sprouts, masoor dal, moat, chana dal, with chopped vegetables like cucumber, carrot. With that I had a citrus fruits which is high in vitamin C, because I also want antioxidants. And the seeds which I am talking about, Brazil, sunflower, pumpkin, walnuts, all this was a part of my diet. Then my breakfast was very normal, like oats with milk, although later on I cut down milk also, because I felt that I should restrict sodium, since my heartbeat was fast. Even my blood pressure was not very okay. I would say systolic was low, diastolic was sometimes normal, sometimes more, systolic was low. Then my pulse rate was always very high. So I thought to restrict sodium. Then I also thought to restrict iodized salt. So I changed my salt with sendha namak. Whatever foods are restricted in hypo, like broccoli, bajra, peanuts, soybean oil, soya beans, tofu, I consumed them all because I had hyperthyroid. So I basically want to bring down my T3, T4. So anybody who has hypo and who is told not to eat these foods, I could freely eat these foods, and I tried to eat them regularly so that the goitrogenic compounds would naturally suppress my T3, T4. I'm pretty sure that it might have contributed to bringing down the T3, T4 levels. So this was the diet. And other days my breakfast consisted of like chapati with any green vegetable and a protein source like egg whites. So I tried to substitute my protein source instead of milk products to egg white, because egg white is a better source of protein with a higher bioavailability. After that mid-morning snack, I used to have a handful of peanuts with any fruit like guava, banana, but peanuts was there because whatever I ate, I also programmed my mind that way, is that if I eat goitrogenic foods which are restricted to a hypothyroid patient, those foods will help me in a positive way. And I think keeping this kind of a mindset did help me. Lunch was again very normal, rice, chapati, although I tried different flours, not wheat chapati. I tried to make chapati mixing millets, mixing besan, oats powder, and although it was very difficult, so most of the time I ended up eating rice. So I tried different rice recipes. I made sure to add broccoli so that because again broccoli is restricted to hypo, so I could freely eat it. Besides broccoli being rich in vitamin C and iron and other micronutrients, I made sure to eat 5 types of salad every day: cucumber, carrot, radish, beetroot, tomato, with I squeezed lemon juice over it. And of course, after few minutes, curd, because I don't prefer to eat curd with dark green leafy vegetables, because curd is rich in calcium. Dark green leafy vegetables are rich in iron, so calcium affects the iron rich foods when it comes to absorption. So always keep a gap. Also, the concern comes to skin and hair, so I included a vegetable juice, preferably in the evening when I leave from office. So that's the time, when I come out at the main gate and there's a juice shop. I asked him to mix like carrots, beetroot, amla, then coriander leaves, mint leaves, lemon. So he made a very nice, and I asked him not to add salt. So I had one medium size standard glass of this vegetable juice, and of course it helped me. So I think I was not really consistent with all of this since October. This juice thing I started from December. The seeds thing, which I talked about since November. In October I didn't really do anything. I just did meditation and a few poses that again I'll be telling you which meditation, which yoga poses I did. In evening again, since evening is the time when I'm extremely hungry, it's the devil's hour. So again, that was a time when again I ate peanuts. Sometimes I felt like having tea or coffee, but that was not every day, but that's okay. But still try to avoid caffeine. If you want to have a tea, try to have chamomile tea or jasmine tea or hibiscus tea, because that's going to relax you. Because if you are hyperthyroid, you might feel anxious every time. If the problem is this much, you will feel it this much. Energy drink, a big no. But yes, I could have bhuna chana, makhana. I could easily have roasted peanuts in the evening. Even I made dry fruit laddu, which I made with ragi, til, and used some dates and jaggery. So these things you can have, it's not a problem. In the dinner also I had plain dal, roti, mixed veg. Some days I had omelette, some days I had paneer, and sometimes I added soya bean bhurji. Of course I can eat soya bean, I can eat tofu if I have hyperthyroid with no restriction. So basically there is no restriction, no major food restriction when it comes to natural food. But yes, the things that you need to restrict is everything that comes in packet. Don't eat even for few days. You can restrict the iodized salt. You can use any other mineral salt because already your T3 T4 levels are high, and iodine rich sources will further aggravate to try to cut down your iodine. So you can also skip fish, you can skip the iodized salt. You can prefer foods like egg whites, you can prefer food like all the green vegetables, all the fruits, no restrictions on fruits. Nuts and seeds, of course, you can have. Try to minimize gluten, like rice was a better option as compared to chapati. Why? Because my bowel movements increased like 2 or 3 times a day. Now it's 1 time a day, so it became 2 or 3 times a day. So if I ate wheat flour chapati, it kind of irritated a little. But if I ate rice, so the things went around okay. And so diet part is done. Now the exercises which I did was only 4 exercises that I did. One was Kapalbhati, one was Surya Namaskar. So again, Surya Namaskar was not fixed. One day I did 5 cycles, one day I did 10 cycles, one day I did 1 cycle, depending on how much time I had in the morning. So Kapalbhati, Surya Namaskar. The third I did was camel pose. So in the picture you can see, so basically this pose stretches this part of your neck, and any yoga pose which stretches this portion of your neck, it helps in activation of the gland. Other than this, I did lion's pose, Sinhasan, which is again done like this. You can further watch other videos how to do this pose. Again, this pose, you basically stretch your neck and you take your tongue out and then you look up. So there's a very good stretch in this area. So do this as much as you want, 10 times, 15 times. You can do 10 times, 2 sets, 3 sets, or you can do 5 times morning, 5 times evening. You can do this just before going to bed. So these were the 4 poses or yogasanas that I did. Coming to the breathing, so in breathing, one I did was so just pay attention, rolling your tongue and inhaling through the mouth. Close the mouth, exhale from the nose. So this breathing, after the yogasanas I did this breathing. Again, no specific time, do it for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, as much as you want. The next was breathing in through your teeth, like so. Again, breathing in from the teeth, closing the mouth and breathing out from the nose. This was the second breathing. Again, do it for 2 minutes, 5 minutes. The third was anulom vilom, which is alternate breathing, like inhale left, hold and exhale right. And again, you can start it from right, then you can again start it from left. The fourth was, this is a picture. So like normally we keep our head straight while breathing, but in this we breathe like this. Like you suppress the neck and then you inhale, and then normal exhale. So these 4 types of breathing and 4 types of yogasanas I did every day. Yoga, the diet modification that I talked about, the thought that I always told myself, I'll bring my levels in normal without medication. Keep saying this to yourself, then only you will be able to do this. And never let your mind sit idle. Never sit idle. Don't take a break. I mean, physical break you take rest. But even if you're lying down, try distracting yourself. Try listening to audiobook, try listening to radio, try listening to any comedy, podcast, movies, and also choose the genre comedy that makes you laugh. Even if it doesn't make you laugh for first month, maybe after a month you would start feeling the humor and you would start, understanding that it's a comedy video. Although in the initial phase you won't even smile or laugh if you see a stand-up comedy, because you are in that extreme stress zone and with all the symptoms. So these are the few things that you need to do. See, basically this video, I'm not giving a professional advice, but I'm just sharing my experience, that how I could bring my levels to normal. And of course, what I personally feel is a lot of problems and the hormonal issues that we deal today. Yes, I agree, 50 to 60% because of lifestyle, but maybe 40 to 50% is also because of stress. So now, depending what is your case, lifestyle or stress. So just try to catch the cause. Once you know the cause, just work around it. So I just worked around the cause, because I knew my lifestyle was already fine. Earlier also, I was not doing yoga, but I was doing workout, proper pilates and crunches, mountain climbers. And of course, I was being a nutritionist, I was eating well. But yes, the little modifications that I was using iodized salt, I cut down the iodized salt, I cut down on milk, I cut down on gluten, and I was eating everything that was restricted in hypothyroid, because in hyper it's not restricted. I avoided situations which caused increased in my heart rate. So like, if I wanted to be away from people, I just stayed away from people. I didn't travel, I didn't meet my friends, I did nothing. I mean, staying on my bed made me happy. Lying on my bed, listening to any story or any audiobook. I kept myself in a relaxed state. I avoided traveling. I avoided gossiping, because if you gossip, again you get some type of stress. So avoid everything, like whatever you don't want to experience, because when you have to work around your stress levels, anything can cause you a stress level. Like traveling, going to unknown new places can also create any kind of stress. Although now going to new places is very exciting for me, because I've always loved to go to new places. I was like that before. I will be like, I'm almost like that again. But there was this time, September, October, November, December, I just wanted to be alone. I didn't wanted to talk to anybody. So yes, I did that. I didn't talk to anybody. So if you also feel like what's right for you in that moment, definitely do that. And see, if you start medication, your mind starts thinking is like, okay, I'm taking the medication, now my levels will be normal. If I don't take, it will not be normal. I told myself I will not take medication no matter what, and I will become okay. So that's how I programmed my mind. So work around everything: yoga, breathing, diet, whatever keeps your mood okay, your surrounding, your activities, what you're listening to. Don't be idle, because if you are idle, khali man shaitan ka ghar, so you have any thoughts coming. Usually what happens when you sit idle, your mind starts getting thoughts. So don't let any thoughts come. Keep your mind blank. Always keep it busy. Keep it distracted. Any negative thoughts coming, just start doing something else. Just distract yourself. So that's all in this video, and anything I missed, I would later put it in the description. But for now, this is my small journey from September to January, where I am happy finally that my increased T3, T4 levels and my bad ECG, everything is normal now. So that's my hyperthyroid to normal human being journey, and I hope this video would help you. Don't take this as a professional advice. If need be, take doctor consultation. If you are stubborn like me and you think that you can solve this problem on your own, then maybe you can take the advice. Like I challenged myself that I would make myself okay without medication, and yes, I did that. So yeah, if you're someone like that, definitely you're welcome to take some help from this video. And that's all. Take care.